So you have your metal detector, great. You've got your ground, great. How do you swing that coil over this soil? There are many incorrect ways, but in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you the correct technique. Stay tuned. Welcome back, sweepers and beepers. It's me, Ring Paul Roy. As I said in the intro, this is a technique for using your metal detector to swing the coil correctly over the soil. Okay, now I'm going to start off with demonstrating the wrong techniques. And these are what I've seen people do quite a few times. Okay, so the first one you do not want to do is the pendulum. And that is that type of swinging. Okay, you're actually only covering that small bit of land there. The rest of it is wasted, okay, because you're not going to penetrate the soil at these angles. That's slight exaggeration, I admit, but some people, it's like this, and it is just frustratingly annoying to see. The next one is the upper body moving and not the shoulder. Okay, so it's detecting and swinging the whole body, okay, and locking it in against the hip. Now, all you're doing there is putting stress on your lower back, your hips, and your knees. Okay, and holding the body rigid is quite difficult and quite hard. The third one is the speed swing. Now, there are times when you have to do this. If you're like our cousins across the pond in America, hello America, yeah, they have organised digs that are timed, where the ground's been seeded and they've got a limited time to find as much as they can. So they will swing. They'll have their recovery speed or reaction speed high, and they'll be swinging quite fast because they've got a limited time to catch as much as they want. In the UK, we generally don't do that. So you don't want to be sitting there going really fast, swing, 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 trying to get it. The other way, conversely with that one, is people that swing slowly, do the correct technique, but they walk at 10 miles an hour. Yeah, they're missing so much in between each swing. Okay, so they're the main culprits for a bad technique when it comes to swinging your coil across the soil. What you want to do is this. You want to make sure your coil, okay, is perpendicular to the ground. Okay, and it's just brushing the top of the daisies in this case, as you can see there. Okay, you want to swing from the shoulder. So as you swing, the arm brings around in a big arc. Okay, the body stays relatively straight and square on to the direction of travel. You take small steps, you cover the ground. Okay, I'll do a side view. The speed of the swing is important too. You want to make sure you don't overspeed, and just a steady swing rate. That gives the processor time to interpret the signals coming through from the ground. Especially if you're on pasture like this, or a field like this, okay, which hasn't been disturbed in donkey's years. So you have your speed of reaction or your recovery speed set quite low. I generally have mine at 3 or 4, sorry, on the Legend. And you swing with this kind of speed across the ground. Some people might go slower. For me, I find it's comfortable and it works with the size of coil I'm using. That is really, in a nutshell, the technique you want. There's a mantra to remember, and that is low and slow. Keep the coil low to the ground and swing slowly. Okay, you may be in a field and there might be people whizzing past you. Let them. Okay, they're missing so much ground. You just want to swing low and slow and keep it steady. The only time you may change that is if you're in a ploughed field and you've got the ridges and the furrows. Yeah, then you may just want to be inside that small furrow. Okay, because then you can go back and do the other side on the way back. All right, so that's right, and that's the only time you may do a little pendulum just in between the dips. But you're keeping it as level as possible to the ground. You're not wasting energy of the coil going into the ether. So that's it. To recap, low and slow. A steady pace. It's not a race. And that, sweepers and beepers, is the correct way to swing a coil over the soil. If you've enjoyed this and it's been useful, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Okay, this is part of a series of videos that I'm doing that are linked for beginners and techniques needed to get into metal detecting and doing it in a good way. Okay guys, hope that helps. Have fun, Keep safe.